Good morning, everybody. This is Richard and Annie and Miss Teresa back at you this morning. Gonna be 100 today, I believe. It's terrible. Well, a friend of ours, Marcus, down the street, known him for a long, long time, got his uncle, Billy, all the way from Giddings. That's the hardest name for me to say.
Yeah,
Giddings,
Texas.
He's got a 2014 GMC 6-speed 6080 transmission. The training's been gone through once before. I'm not sure how many miles ago that it has been done. How many miles is on the truck now, Teresa?
Let me look. It has got 215,767, and he said that when they went through it, they purchased everything from the GM dealership.
The dealer. So it's
that means torque converter.
Right. Just a stock unit, basically.
Right.
He pulls small trailers, just a little bit, not a whole lot. But he says it's got a really bad converter growl going into lockup. So you know what we got going on there, guys. Converter failure for sure. Well, anyway, we're going to get in here and scan it real quick and kind of see what type of codes we have. What I like about this, got a little light, push a little button. See that little light? Lights it up so you can get in here and find the connector to plug it in. And then once the green light comes on, that tells you you have power going to the scanner connector from the vehicle itself. So you always want to look at that. Okay. Let that quit beeping. It gives you your, first comes up, 2014 Sierra 4-wheel drive. Come on, quit beeping for me. That ain't gonna quit beeping. But anyway, it wants you to put in license plates, the tech, all that type stuff. I've already done that yesterday, but we're gonna do a code scan on it really quick. And I figured I'd quit beeping.
I think it's because of the hood being open.
You think?
I do.
Never had that. We're going to do a pre-scan. I have not made any repairs yet. Sorry about the beep. I try to put my foot on that button, but I don't see it. Then license plate, we're just going to go da-da-da-da-da. Push that. We're going to put RC for tech. And then we're going to go back, and then we're going to scan it. It's going to do a code scan. Where's that button at on it? Must be in the...
Yeah, probably.
The key's got to be on to do the scan, so there's nothing we can do about the beeping right now. We're mainly looking for codes for the tranny, engine, anything like that. We don't really...
Don't see anything.
Always do a complete code scan. That way we can print this off. If you don't, a lot of times you can't print it off. Go back. Let's do it this way. Go back to engine. Go to engine code, display codes. Codes. Okay, we have no engine codes. And we're going to back up, and then we're going to go to transmission. Sorry about the beep, guys. Display codes again. See if we have any tranny codes. So we have no tranny codes, no engine codes, and that's mainly what we're looking for, because the computer inside the transmission, if we had any codes for that, then we would have to replace the computer, the valve body, or not so much the valve body, but the TECM, complete electronic piece there, and that's really expensive. Drives the price up like crazy.
Definitely.
Definitely drives it up.
Oh, yeah.
So, but anyway, that's what we wanted to see there. No codes in the transmission or on the engine side. And I guess Annie already at the door. Look at her over there. She don't like beeping. When we test our smoke alarms in the house, and she's gotten scared of that. So that's why. But we're going to look at this fluid, see what it looks like. Kind of give you an idea. This transmission here, the 80s, the 90s, and all the new trannies, they rely on fluid condition on operation, okay? If you look at this fluid here, it's black.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not burn up black. It's just varnished, just broke down. There's no chemicals left in there. It's all been used up. So you'll get all kinds of issues with this tranny: converter shutters, clutch shutters, shift erratic, all kinds of stuff. So, but we also got a lot of cool stuff we're going to be putting in this truck. If you want to come over here, I'll kind of show you before I lift it up. Now, a lot of these deep pans that we put on these trucks, they won't clear the exhaust. So when you do buy a deep pan, you might have to do some type of exhaust modification because they got the exhaust like this far from the pan. So, but I do really like this BM pan. It's got legs. You got your stubs here for your filter, sets in there. It won't let it move around, stays there. It's got the screw right here. I'll show you. Right here, you'll bolt your magnet to it. Your existing magnet that's in your pan. When you pull the pan off, you'll take it and remove it, put it in here, and then you'll bolt the magnet back to the pan because the pan doesn't have a magnet in it. That's a pretty neat thing right there.
That's gonna be nice.
Got a place for a temperature sensor. Got a place for a drain, and that was a must for him because he just, I mean, you try to get him out of there, you got a problem with the exhaust with a big screwdriver to even get the pan out of there, and it makes a mess dang there every time. So really neat there. But anyway, new GM bell housing, pump stator. These are not reconditioned. These are brand new. That's all we've got upstairs. We've got all of our new steels here. We've got our new pump rebuild kit here with all new paddles, new rotor. Really nice. And you got your pump slide in here. Comes in one kit. That's what I like about it. You don't have to hunt anything down. Of course, we have our famous zip kit right here, Sonex #1. Now we do use the Transgo kit too. We like to replace these steel valves that's in the valve body, and these do not come in the Sonex shift kit, so I buy these too. Do that part. Our cooler line kit here. This gets more flow through the cooler line block. If you look here, if you have a block on the side of the tranny that your cooler lines go into, it's a sure cool kit. It goes in the top. You pull this block off, you take the snap ring out, you put it in here. It flows a lot more fluid through it, and also it opens up sooner and you get access to the cooler sooner. Where before it blocks off the cooler till the tranny warms up, and then it starts bypassing fluid through the cooler and cooling that way. But this here opens the line sooner, keeps the tranny a lot cooler. Just remember, read your instructions. Anytime you do anything, read your instructions. If you don't understand them, take them inside, sit in your lounge chair, and just study them. That way you know. Because if you put this check ball in the wrong spot, you're in trouble. So you definitely want to read it. Really neat kit. Of course, we have our bushing kit here. We have our Sonex lube dam here. Now, always buy 2 of these. They're not very expensive. Just in case you do mess one up, you'll have a spare to try again. This is one of the biggest upgrades here too, is the billet converter. We only use B&I converters. This company right here has really helped us out a ton. It's a JMBX HD B85. Comes with a solid backing plate here. The lugs are not welded on. It's a billet cover. Sonex billet piston on the inside. If you come over and look at your factory torque converter, you can see here how the lugs are welded on. The welds can crack, the converter can leak around the welds. All kinds of things can happen there that you don't want to happen. Of course, I can't forget TransStar. Oh, Raymond at TransStar, these guys take care of us tremendously. I call him up, I have my parts every time the next morning. They're usually out here before I even get out of bed, so I really like that. Comes with all your gaskets, all your bonded pistons. Comes with a snap ring kit in here, a small kit, another bonded piston here. So you basically get everything you need right here in this one kit. So got a couple more things coming in still that we're waiting on to get in here before we start. But I'm going to get in here and get this tranny out. I'm going to lift it up really quick.
Wait.
And kind of look underneath. Oh, hey guys, I gotta talk about this too. Insta Clean. These guys have been awesome. This is one of the best machines, is the best machine that we've ever had in our shop, in town or even out here. These guys are really stuck beside us all the way. I mean, they're really good. Ryan and I'm thinking Dakota. Dakota took us, Ryan, we went down and visited them when we were gone for 2 weeks. If you notice, we ain't posted any videos in a few weeks because me and Teresa, we just decided to get out of town, go do something that we enjoy that we ain't got to do in a long time. We went up to Utah, did some white water tubing. Oh my gosh, a little rough on the shoulder, but we did make it. I wish I could post some of those videos, and we might be able to show you how rough it was and stuff. We had a blast. We really did.
Yeah, we really did. Saw some friends up there that we've been in contact with for about 3 years.
Yep, Kevin, we met him on YouTube. He's been by here in Amarillo multiple times. Stop in. We decided to go hang out with him up here in Utah and do some whitewater tubing. But while we were on the road, Ryan from Insta Clean messaged me and said, hey, I see you guys are out on a big road trip. Why don't y'all stop by? So we decided to go off our route that we were going to take and swing by over there in
Lake City, Havasu, Arizona.
Arizona. And let me tell you guys, it's hot and they got palm trees.
And they're worthless.
And they're worthless. They don't shade nothing. It's like a stick with a nub on the top.
Poor Annie had a really hard time.
Yes, we took Annie with us in the bus. She goes wherever we go, everywhere we go. But we got to hang out down there, visit, go through their complete facilities there. And guys, they just purchased a building that's like massive, that they're going to be moving this facility over to the new location and just, I mean, they'll be able to do a lot of work out of that new place, like 7 CNC machines. I mean, all kinds of stuff on trees.
I wish I could remember the name of that place. It's not
can't remember.
CSI. Or
no,
maybe
it was a torque converter company that they bought out.
Yeah.
They bought all their inventory. They're going to be selling all their inventory. The converter company did a lot of billet parts, input shafts, hubs, drums.
For 400.
The backings on the converters.
Yeah.
I mean, they did everything. I was drooling when I walked in that place, let me tell you. I had to pick up almost every part because it was just really neat there.
Yeah.
But they bought all their inventory, so we're going to have some really good access to some parts and stuff. We picked up a bucket of soap from them too because we were getting low on soap for the Instant Clean machine. But this machine has been really good. So if you guys ever need anything or a cleaning machine or anything, they make them from this big to walk-in size. So guys, don't forget to holler at Ryan over there at Instant Clean Machines.
Or Dakota.
Yeah, he's answered the phone most of the time now.
Right.
So, but anyway, they took us out to eat. They took us a tour of the whole town, took us a tour of their new facility, and we're really excited to go back and hang out with them guys to see the process and the progress that they've made in their new building because these guys are really going somewhere.
But
so
we're
guys,
not going down there when it's hot.
No,
like
definitely not.
He said, don't come.
They don't have no grass.
No.
They don't have no grass. It's all rocks. Believe me. I think the golf course had one stick sticking up, maybe a piece of.
But it had a lot of grass.
It did have grass.
It did. So we want to go more like October, November, he said.
Yeah.
So.
Go down and hang out with them again because we had a really good time. We really want to hit the highway again and do that again.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, let's lift this truck up really quick and see what we got underneath.
I'm just going to stay over here.
We just love our new lift that we got put in. It's just been a blessing. Works really nice. The Dirty Bird loves it. Really nice lift. Really hot here. Months are going by quick. Summer's almost over, and I'm kind of ready for that, really. I mean, it's been hot. It's going to be over 100 all week this week and next week. What's good about it, it's been getting down to the 60s at night. That's the only thing that's been saving us right now. I mean, my jalapenos ain't even growing jalapenos hardly yet. My tomato plant ain't growing one tomato because it's been so hot.
Yeah.
So plants are massive, but there's nothing on them.
I need to whoop them with fly swatter.
I think we do need to wake them up a little bit. Looks pretty nice under here. You remember our 2017 that had that undercoating on their truck? I mean, it was just everywhere. This is really nice and dry, no rust. I've already PB blasted all of my bolts and stuff, let them set overnight because I know they're going to be probably tough to get off. But you can see here how these guys went from the pipe in the outer diameter is way bigger than the pipe they put in the middle, and then it goes back to a big. So you can see this restriction right here on the driver's side exhaust because they just shrunk the pipe down and didn't leave it the same size. What I would have done, I would have went with a bigger pipe and tried to slide it over and then come over this way instead of shrinking it. You can see here this tubing has been shrunk down to fit inside.
When in reality, we don't do that.
don't.
We remove the whole thing, and that's really how it should have been done.
This exhaust comes off so easy. We PB blast all these bolts up here, or the nuts, excuse me, overnight, and they'll usually come right loose. And if they don't, we'll take a torch and just heat that nut up right there till it's red, and every one of them will come off. We have not ever had one not come off yet. Now this is a 6L80. The pan's about 2 inches shorter. It's a lot smaller pan. All original U-joints, never been touched. 215,000 or something on it, Teresa?
Yeah, we're going to do the transfer case, I think, too, right?
Yes. Yeah, we're actually going to go through the transfer case, replace anything that's bad in there, all new seals and stuff too, because it's never been touched neither.
And you know, when we start messing with it, you could have a problem.
Yeah, you definitely could. We've got a little condensation through there, a little bit, nothing major.
Nothing major.
Mainly need to look at all the U-joints, stuff like that. I'm not going to pull the pan off because it looks like we're probably going to have to drop the exhaust down a little bit, but it's pretty neat. Well guys, we're going to get started on this really quick and get this unit out and get it on the bench so we can get another video going. Teresa, you know we just love you to death and appreciate the #1 camera lady in the world, right?
Well, you have to say that.
I do have to say that. Well guys, we'll see you shortly. Don't forget to subscribe, push your notification bell because we're definitely coming back. Have a great day.